Hello dear students, welcome to e-learning of new class, and I'm here with your class strength poem, the ball poem. Here it is about the poet John Berryman. It's written by John Berryman. He was an American poet, scholar. He is best known for the Dream Songs, which is written in 1969, which was a sequence of 385 poems. He won Pulitzer Prize for the Dream Song. He also won National Book Award. Now the introduction to the lesson. The poet John Berryman, through his poem, the ball poem, has described the reality of his life, which everyone has to face one day. He has touched the topic of how to stand up against the miseries and sorrows of life. Here is a summary of this ball poem. The poet is talking about a little boy who has lost his ball. He was playing with his ball. The ball escaped from his hand and went into the nearby water body. The poet says that this sight of the boy losing his favorite ball made him think about the boy and his reaction to this situation. He further says that the boy was helplessly looking into the water where his ball had gone. He was sad and he was trembling with fear. He got too immersed in his sorrow that he kept standing there the harbor of very long time and kept on looking for his ball. Now the stranger one, what is the boy now who has lost his ball? What is to do? I saw it to go, merrily bouncing down the street, and then merrily over there it is in the water. The poet is talking about a boy who has lost his ball. He wants to know about him and his reaction because he has lost his ball. Further, he asked to himself that what this boy will do after losing his ball. The poet has seen the ball going from the boy's hand and it just went cheerfully jumping up down in the street. And this means that the ball has skipped from the boy's hand and it just went and fell into the water. Now the stranger second. No is to say, oh, where are the other balls? An ultimate shaking grief fixes the boy as he stands rigid, trembling, staring down all his young days into harbor where his ball went. I would not intrude on him. Dying, another ball is worthless now. He senses his responsibility. So here the poet says that there is a benefit of consoling. There's no benefit of consoling this small child because he has lost his ball, and he says so because that he is very sad and he is completely surrounded by sorrow, and just he is remembering of his childhood days, standing just looking to his ball near the harbor. The poet says that boy is very sad because he has lost his ball, and that reminds him of those sweet memories of the time when he owned it. This loss is unbearable for him and his grief stricken. The poet says that he cannot even tell the boy to take some money from him in order to buy another ball. He says so because the new ball will not bring the sense of belonging. And the boy, further the poet says that the time has come for the boy to learn the responsibility of taking care of his things. Now the third stranger. In a world of possession, people will take balls. Balls will be lost always. Little boy. And so one boy and no one buys a ball back. Money is external. He's learning well behind his desperate eyes. The epistemology of loss. How to stand up, knowing what every man must one day know, and must know many days how to stand up. Here, the poet says that the boy has to learn that in this materialistic world, many of his belongings will be lost. He personifies the ball as his belongings, be it worldly things to be relationship, he is possession of soul, and he has to live there and what he has lost, and he has to be that to understand. And that poet says that because according to the money can't buy for you everything. If it does buy you some materialistic thing, still he will not be able to buy the sense of belongingness, and still he learn how to stand against the sense of lost thing. And the boy is now knowing the truth of life, and he accepts what is the misery that he is facing, what is the sadness, sorrow which he faces, and instead of that, he should just stand against the odd misery of life everyone has to bear. Students, here's the key points. The little boy has lost his ball. He can buy many new balls, but he has a very deep emotional attachment and memories associated with the ball. So he regrets over the loss of the ball. The poet is indirectly trying to tell us that we should learn how to cope up with the loss. And money is external, and we can't buy memories with money, and we should learn our responsibility and learn to cope up with the loss. And here is the central idea of the poem, students. The poet John Berryman in the ball poem describes the grief of a boy who has lost the ball, and now he finds responsibility just to stand against all the miseries, and despite of this, to be strong, and no matter that what is be lost. So instead of just attaching to that loss, he has to forget all this, and he has to accept the truth of the life and to just be forward. He has got so much immersed in sorrow, standing that he has to forget even the money cannot bring the happiness, the ball which he has lost it, and he has to follow all the responsibility. He wants the boy to learn the toughest lesson of life, and the lesson is accepting the harsh reality of life that one day we lose our loved one, our loved things. Students, here is the word meaning for you to just understand and write in your copy. And here is the literary devices. Alliteration is used, assonance is there, repetition is there, but here particular rhyme scheme is not there in this poem. Personification, metaphor is there, and at the last, here question for practice is there, students, for you. So just write it, each and everything, central idea, theme, summary, question answer, word meaning, everything which I have discussed here. So just go on practicing this question, students, and thank you and have a pleasant day.